Hi, it's Damian with BlackSabbath.com here at South by Southwest in beautiful Austin, Texas. And behind me, we are waiting for the premiere of DIO, Dreamers Never Die, the long-awaited documentary of Ronnie James Dio. How long have you been waiting to see this movie?
For the past year and a half or so.
Yeah. Is there a connection that you have to it other than just being a fan?
Yes, the director was a good friend of mine, metalhead friend of mine in high school.
You're talking about Don Argott?
It's really just an honor and a privilege to be able to dive into Ronnie's life and career, and I certainly knew a lot about his Elf days and Rainbow obviously, and then Sabbath and Dio, but I didn't know a whole lot about his early days as a trumpet player, his early days growing up in Cortland, New York, with a very kind of strict kind of Catholic parents that really formed his identity, and was really pre the Beatles.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Geezer Butler.
August 29th, 2009, with Ronnie in Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
How much of those memories came back while you were getting interviewed for that?
Well, because at the time, I was really glad that me and Ronnie had made up and all the past was in the past. And it was just, at the end of the film, I was so glad that we got together in Heaven and Hell and sorted everything out. It was great.
Geezer is the lyricist of all the Black Sabbath material with Ozzy. Ronnie comes into the band and suddenly there's a lyricist as well. Were you welcoming of that?
Oh, yeah. Thank God for that.
The day he died, I cried, and I went and got a tattoo the next day. That has since been covered up because it was kind of a shitty tattoo. But it happened.
What was the tattoo, though?
It was just like the computer version of that.
Okay.
Me and my girlfriend at the time went and got it. That was the other part of why I got it covered up, too. Ex-girlfriend bullshit.
Wait, did she get the same one as you then? Did you both?
Yes, we both got it. And then we got back together, started hooking up for a little bit, and she saw it was covered up, and that ended all that. So
Wow, so the tattoo actually ended the entire relationship.
getting it covered up sure did, and I was proud of that moment.
Eddie, there's a part of this movie that you get choked up, and I want to know where your thought process was. What was the memory that kind of made you choke up in this movie?
Obviously, I get choked up now talking about it because it just, what he meant to me, the friend he was, what a fan I was, our relationship. He really liked talking to me always. We just had a connection.
Ronnie's thing is that, and you say it was a monster drowning a priest. Bad guy, good guy. But just because somebody's wearing those clothes as a priest, or you look like a monster, why are you bad or why are you good? And that's what he always used to say, look inside the person, don't judge it by the cover.
Yeah.
Then I remember sitting with Ronnie and saying, do you fancy doing another album? He said, yeah, I'll be up for that. But of course, we never did.
This is Damian with BlackSabbath.com here, backstage with Ronnie James Dio after performing the last show on the tour. Ronnie, sum up the tour for us. How was it?
It was tiring.
Now, the movie only had one showing here in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest, but it will be released in fall of 2022. Dio, Dreamers Never Die, and the dream itself is still alive too. This is Damian with BlackSabbath.com.